A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt this is a club ready to handle this challenge on the road tonight. The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City. Our sight tonight. Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at the Nets. Right now they're down in the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they had wanted to have at this point of the season. And, of course, Chicago, 7.5 games behind.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Good evening to you, Kevin. Patrick Williams was a 5-star recruit out of high school. Now, scoring came easily for him, but he chose Florida State to learn how to play defense. He said offense will take care of itself. It takes somebody special to sit down on defense. Stops are what win the game. And, Kevin, that two-way game saw him taken 4th in the 2020 draft.
Yeah, I love his game. That was a good report. Thank you. For the teams that are clearly rebuilding, Greg, should they simply play the young guns no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
I think there should be a combination, and as long as guys are pros and really approaching the game the right way, you want to give them an opportunity to grow, and also it gives you a chance to evaluate.
So the Nets starting 5. They've got Cheeks. Durant is out there with Otto Porter Jr. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Sabonis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Chicago, in the backcourt, it's Ball and Levine. DeRozan out there with Williams, and it's Dedmon in at the center. Now, here is Irving. Driving in. Lays it up off the glass. Irving's got his team on the board to start the game for the Nets.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Bean passes the ball. Outside, Levine. A shot, no good. Nice D from Sabonis. Cheeks against DeRozan. Cheeks, no good. To the right side. Right side, Ball. Back to DeRozan. Outside, Levine. 4 on the clock. Launches a 3. That one, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the San Antonio Spurs.
I think a lot of people expected great things from Sabonis purely because his father was the stuff of legend.
Yeah, Greg, you're right. His dad, Arvydas Sabonis, is one of Europe's all-time basketball greats. But Domas has really lived up to that legacy as far as I see it. I mean, he's a star in his own right with multiple all-star selections to his name and perhaps a few more in his future.
Now, here's Irving following the miss by DeRozan. Sabonis trying to get open, and it's good for 2.
I think he's the most creative finisher in the league. Irving's so good at finding holes in the defense.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
check out the numbers for Irving. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Ball from long range. Porter pulls it in.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's his first foul. Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for the Bulls. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Simmons checked in for Durant. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Porter looking it over. 5 on the clock. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And that one misses.
And every year, Porter seems to get better. His three-point shot continues to evolve, and he's embraced taking on more responsibility.
Now here's Williams. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Ball kicks to Levine. They could use a bucket. And Simmons with the rebound.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Mills passes to Simmons. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Ball. He feeds it to DeRozan. The kick out to Williams. Back to Levine. Williams passes the ball. From the stripe. And too long on the shot. Nets leading by 8.
2 minutes.
Mills looking it over.
2 minutes.
And Ball with the block.
Ball size and timing, really an asset when it comes to him blocking shots.
Williams kicks to Levine. 1:36 left here in the opening quarter. Takes it from 10. A rebound by the Nets.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
Outside, Simmons. Up top, Porter. Mills in the corner. Lets the three fly. Oh, through the foul. Almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3. Lonzo Ball picks one up. For Brooklyn, they have shot just one free throw, missing that one earlier.
3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. Chicago making some changes. Kobe White, he's checked in for Williams. Mann comes in for Levine. And it's Dosunmu in for Ball. And he's good on the second. And he makes all three. Chicago calls timeout. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the board.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Zach LaVine.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Bulls trail by 11. Now here's Dosunmu. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Nets leading by 13. Passes to Mills. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside, White. Out to the wing. Teardrop shot. That's tipped. Out of bounds. Bulls ball. Chicago keeps possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Now into the lineup for the Nets, Kevin Durant.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 6 on the shot clock. And here is Dosunmu. And he can't stop the run as he misses. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be back with you shortly. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Peters, who's out there with Durant, and it's Claxton in at the 5. Here's White. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Now we've seen mid-range jumpers lose favor, but Clark, it seems like the floater is on the rise.
Kevin, it's a must-have shot in today's game because of the lane being open as much as it is the way the game is officiated, where you can drive it and create foul situations. Smaller guys that get in the lane have to have a shot that can avoid taller defenders, and the floater is that shot.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the league remains in love with three-pointers, but DeMar DeRozan remains true to his game. He says, if I see 100 people walking left, that doesn't mean I'm going to do the same. I see this clear path and want to stay right. Shooting threes, I feel like I'm settling. Whereas I think anytime I drive, I'm going to score or get fouled. Kevin, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, but D.A., I love that strategy. Thanks for that story. Chicago calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Sabonis, he's checked in for the Nets. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Dosunmu. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Elbow shot. It's deflected, and they'll get another chance. 4 on the shot clock. Williams for 3. And the Bulls get it back. Here's Dedmon. And finally, that one's good.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Outside Irving. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now here's White. He has 5. Comes up empty down low. Irving looking for an opening. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Tries yet again. And Sabonis lays it up and in. Sabonis has got his first points in this one.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Dosunmu's shot is off.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Sabonis trying to get open. The shot from the low post is good. Mills has got 5 now.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Dosunmu, the pass to White. And it's sent back by KD. Outside Irving. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. KD against White. Durant kicks to Peters. Pass to KD. From the arc. And they get it back. Dedmon with the block. Now here's White. Guarded closely. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 7 points in the game.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Bulls trail by 16. Clark as good a scorer as ever. Durant just needs to stay healthy, right? Just to break all kinds of records.
I agree with that, Kevin. He is as lethal a scorer as we've seen. I mean, when you just talk about putting the ball in the basket, he's in the top 10 all time for my money.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in the groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Patrick Williams. Kenrich Williams comes in for Kobe White. Zach LaVine's checked in for Mann. And Ball subbed in for Dosunmu. Here's Porter.
Tell you what, you give Otto Porter room to take off, and he can rip off some incredible throwdowns.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Now here's LaVine. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. DeRozan passes to LaVine. There's the triple. Bangs home the trifecta.
LaVine is such a really good shooter from deep. You can't allow him to be alone at the arc.
Inside, here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Cheeks against LaVine. Takes it inside. Yes, that goes in. LaVine's got 5 points now this quarter.
And this team, they love LaVine's talent. But more important now, they love the hard work and the improvement that's following.
Now, here is Irving. He picked up 18 points in their last win against San Antonio.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
For the three. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds in this game. And he's going up for the alley-oop. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Dedmon's got 6.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you tell the guys to take it to them and play with more physicality offensively. What did you mean?
Well, just I think when we're getting the ball inside around the basket, at times we got to go up a little bit stronger and play through the contact and go to the rim.
Tough sledding in there, but you got to get there. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Brooklyn did not hesitate to set the pace. Seemingly flawless as the game got underway, they were knocking down shots and playing tough defense as they went on a 13-0 run. From their first bucket of the game to the end of the first quarter, they held on to that lead with an iron fist, never once giving it up. They survived various ups and downs in the second quarter, never really giving too much away, though, and were able to roll into halftime up by 11. Shaq, let's get your take on Brooklyn.
They were getting after it on the glass like wild animals. They got a nice edge in that department, which has led to this lead. They won the heart and hustle battle in that first half. Now we'll see if they can keep that going.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Chicago.
Obviously, that was U-G-L-Y. It's ugly. Shooting under 30% from the field, disorganized, chucking up bad shots. Man, I tell you, they have to adjust their play, and they got to get better looks.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
In the backcourt, it's Ball and Levine. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Williams, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. At one point, they led by 16. Cheeks the pass to Sabonis. Cheeks kicks to Irving. Now the pass to Sabonis. Shoots over DeRozan. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Bulls trail by 11. Mark, one of the things that separates DeRozan from other two-guards, his back-to-the-basket game.
Well said, Kevin, and you're right. I mean, he says every time I shoot a turnaround, I feel like nobody can get to it. He's got excellent footwork. He can really get off the floor. And it's a classic move that made guys like Bernard King a real problem to guard. And I speak from experience on that, folks. King was lethal scoring the ball.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Hey, he's always looking to go downhill, and when he's on the attack, he's going for the dunk.
Nets leading by 7. Outside, KD. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Irving finds Durant. From outside, off the mark.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they missed.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Porter in the corner. Pass to Irving. Back to Porter. To the paint. Here's Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Nice, clever pass from Porter off the pick. Didn't like his own look, so he found a teammate.
Chicago calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Look who's coming out of the court. Get up and get loud for the Lookable. All right, look who's coming out of the court. Get up and get loud for the Lookable.
Chicago making some changes. White is checked in for DeRozan. And it's Dosunmu in for Lonzo Ball. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Stolen. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Mills has got the ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Dosunmu.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
No good on the free throw. And the Bulls making a change here. Williams is checked in. That one is no good. Well, Clark, with the success of the play-in tournament, Commissioner Silver pushing for a mid-season tournament with the winning team earning $1 million per player.
You know, Kevin, adding additional games I think would be a challenge. I'm not quite sold on that, but I do know that $1 million would incentivize role players. The question is whether or not star players would be as motivated to add more games in the middle of the season.
Here's Mills. The Bulls getting the bucket. Just 5 to shoot. Over Williams. And again, it's the Nets missing. Bulls trail by 7. Passes it to Dosunmu. Williams looking over the floor. Levine against Porter. Pass to Dosunmu. Levine inside the three-point line. No good on the shot. Nets leading by 7. Here's Peters. Over Williams. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Levine against Porter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, battling inside, I like Levine's aggressive approach. Tough to match without foul.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Nets.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
Free throw good, Levine.
You can tell Levine has a real enthusiasm and flair for the offensive end of the floor. I mean, he loves to fill it up, but what he loves even more is taking off for one of his spectacular dunks.
He hits both from the stripe. 1:49 left in the third. Simmons feeling it out a bit. There's the pass to Sharp. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Nets lead by 7.
You know, Ben Simmons can make spectacular passes, but he doesn't need to be flashy. He's all about helping his teammates get easy baskets.
Now, here's Dosunmu. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Simmons. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. So valuable on the defensive side of the ball. Simmons goes beyond versatile, Clark. He can guard 1 through 5 at a very high level.
Well, Kevin, you start with his tremendous athleticism for a guy that's a legitimate 6'11". He takes pride in defending, and he's disruptive as well as disciplined.
He's off on the first.
You know, Ben Simmons so unique as a player. I think he's one of the few non-bigs who can actually dominate a game scoring below the foul line. Not just scoring, but with his passing, too.
Chicago making a switch here. Mann's checked in. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
And they better hope their performance at the line in the second half doesn't come back to bite them. Missing your free throws is a good way to cough up a lead.
Here's White driving the lane, and White with the stuff.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Pass to Cheeks. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback. Sharp's got his second bucket.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Now, here's Dosunmu. Here's Mann. No good on the last second attempt there. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Brooklyn ahead, up 9. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Sabonis is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Simmons. And it's Sharp in at the center. Simmons finds Sabonis. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's DeRozan. Unloads from 13. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got his 4th rebound in this one. Simmons passes to Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Durant inside. Dedmon defending. Sabonis trying to get open. And it goes down 2 points.
You know, he's a good guy to have running that particular set. I mean, Durant is not a guy who makes a lot of mistakes in the pick and roll.
Here's DeRozan, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
Chicago ball.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Chicago with the ball, following the 3-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. And the Bulls with another miss. KD against Williams. And the foul called on Kenrich Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Beans checked in for Terrence Mann.
Checking into the game for your Bulls, Zach LaVine.
Outside Irving. Here's Sabonis. Goes back up. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's LaVine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Kyrie Irving.
It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
LaVine does a really good job attacking. He plays with fearlessness and able to draw the foul as a result.
Zach LaVine at the line for 2.
And he makes the first. Williams, he's checked in for Chicago. And the Nets also making a change. Cheeks is checked in. Both shots good from the strike. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Fires the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Williams has got 4 rebounds in this game. DeRozan against Simmons. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from DeMar DeRozan.
The determination that DeRozan brings to scoring in the painted area, really unmatched. We're not going to mess up too many of those chances.
Now, here is Irving. Simmons inside. He's covered by Ball. No good from Simmons. Ball, the pass to Williams. And finished off by Williams.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Now DeRozan after the missed 3 from KD. Irving with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Brooklyn. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He said, hey, we're still in this thing. We just have to trust each other out there. Be aggressive, stay together, and play as a team. We're coming back and winning this one. Pretty confident words, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Nets leading by 7.
2 minutes.
Outside Durant. Nets passing it around. And a wide open look for Porter. Drains it from beyond the arc. And the Nets lead by 10.
And you know, when Porter first came into the league, he did not have this shot. Now he's a knockdown perimeter shooter.
Here's Levine. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Zach LaVine. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within single digits. And so Levine nails both of them. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Ball against Irving. Pass to KD. Outside Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Ball. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Down low. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
Unflappable, even keel ball. Fantastic with his poise. I mean, this guy has future star, I think, written all over.
Now here's Durant. On the wing, Irving. Durant against Williams. KD can't get it to go.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all. I'll tell you what, we've got a game. I like that Levine's rising to the challenge as things get tight.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
KD draws the double. Porter kicks to Durant. Five to shoot. The shot's good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 6. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
There's Levine. And it's Durant with the rebound. And they go to the intentional foul.
Zach LaVine. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Nets. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. James, the pass to Sumner. Misses the deep three-point attempt. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, KD. It was a good start. What happened with that rough patch later on, though?
We weren't disciplined. We were just shooting shots just to shoot them, throwing passes just to pass them. No sense of urgency, no purpose. And against a team like that, they're looking for something to get them back in the game, and we just let them back in.
Close the door, but stuff to work on, I know, man. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And we'll see you next time.